Hey, Steve Zanardi here with Treviso Realty. Quick update on the market. 19,331 units, up around 400 since last week. 407 sales, very similar to last week as well in the last 7 days. In Estero, 710 units available and 25 sales in the last 7 days. So again, very normal. We've seen Estero like 700 to 900 units the whole year, and obviously we've come down dramatically with inventory. With, let's say, all of Southwest Florida, we're down to 19,000 units. We're going to build up. Clearly, we're going into the spring market. A lot of great news going forward with obviously interest rates. The lower the interest rates, the more buyers come back in the market. The more buyers, the less the inventory. Higher the prices. It's just a normal way of just economics 101, right? Supply and demand. So you're going to start seeing that now. I was talking to clients over the weekend, even family and friends. I have like 6 months to kind of lock in a really good year, especially with investment properties, because even our small little investment properties, they're under that 300K mark. Why they're priced there and why we like them is because that under 300K mark makes them profitable, and saying that they're cash flowing properties. Anything above that, it gets tricky because the rent doesn't catch up to offset all the expenses, and ultimately you're going to have like a negative cash flowing property. So that's why that 300K mark is so important and imperative in order to make a cash flowing property. So right now we're going to see, obviously we've seen prices go up. We've gained around 20% on the house that we bought in June, and you're going to continue to see this rise. So secondary, again, so that's our investment properties. We've got like less than 6 months, even less, because by June this will be a different market by for sure. And obviously that goes into the summer months, and we might even have a few buying opportunities there, but with less incentives. But this next 3 months is going to be really crucial with where the prices are heading. Obviously, secondary property owners, that's another someone that's going to snowbird or own the property for their own use. You know, you're going to have some time with that as well, but you are going to see incentives starting to shrink, which they already are. Prices are starting to go up, and you know, the builders out here, they trick you with what the lots are worth and what the options are. So at the end, they're always getting really similar to what they need to obviously cap in order to make the sale profitable, but they're going to be moving around a lot of stuff. Right now, they're really taking a hit on let's say the building lots. Let's say for Pulte example, $40,000-$50,000 lot, they'll take, you know, 15-20 grand, even sometimes 10,000. So you'll see that 40K drop up in the price there. And then but also at that time they probably pushed up, let's say, the cost of options. So before it was like you get $100,000 off, and now it's like $50,000. So it's this whole juggle around how the incentives work. And again, you have to be on top of it because it's sort of similar. It always works out to the same price. That's why we always stress, if you want to get a great deal, especially Lennar, because you can't really choose options with the product. So ultimately, as long as you got yourself the model that you like, and obviously location, like the lot, you're good to go, because you can't change anything anyway. So if you get something closer to a quick move in closer to occupancy, once they get that CO permitted and pass, they want to unload this thing as fast as possible. So you're going to get better buying power at that point. And Pulte is the same as well. Obviously they don't want to hold any property. I'll give you an example. Right now they have a Stellar. May have sold over the weekend, maybe not, but it was listed at $629,000 for a Stellar. This is an echelon property, 3-car garage, the whole thing. The only thing is location. It's sort of backed onto Publix, but not. It's still got some privacy behind there with. It's like wetlands. They've created wetlands back there for wildlife. So everything is individually planted. It's not just wild weeds and stuff like that. But ultimately, $629. I could probably get it for $610, and that's a Stellar. That's one of the best models I think in the community for a single story with the 0 corner doors, the wide open foyer, kitchen, everything. It's gorgeous, ceiling height. It's a really pretty model for like low sixes. That's insane. But what happens once this one sells? What happens to the next ones? They go to $650 for a similar lot. Is it $675, $700? We know at some point these were like $900 and change. You know, so just keep that in mind as we continuously drive up in prices. So I don't think we talked about the Trump administration sort of putting pressure on Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae to buy $200 billion worth of bonds. What that's going to do is going to put more liquidity in the market. It's going to lower the interest rates going forward. So if they start doing that now, even before they switch the Federal Reserve chair, it'll have a great impact. Maybe a quarter point, 3/4 of a point. We don't know where it's going to be, but ultimately it'll definitely put more liquidity in the market for lending with these banks, which would be a great thing going forward. And that's the thing. Once these rates start getting lower and the whole this market starts going in that direction, it's going to be a limited time to purchase. It'll be a great time for us as investors to buy, hold, flip, buy, hold, flip, buy, hold, flip, and make our money there as well. So we're going to be looking forward to that. For sales, I mean, we've had some. Let me see if I can pull this up. We had some sales, some land sales in Lehigh Acres. I know like Lehigh is a little frowned upon by some, but it's the next place that a lot of stuff's going to happen. There's a lot of growth. It's one of the fastest growing communities in Southwest Florida. And now they just sold a 68-acre commercial property in Lehigh, so off of 82. And they're going to build all retail here. So it's not even housing. So it's going to be all retail plaza, going to be strictly for now all the houses, all the development around that. So think about all those scattered lots around this community or where this lot was purchased. It's, property value is going to go up. So I might look at that as well, but maybe buy some small little parcel there, a few parcels, because again, we want to get back into building. It just breaks my heart that we don't have a shovel in the ground right now. Also, Coconut Point, that Regal Theater, it's a shame. Obviously, it's been closed in COVID. It's a beautiful location, beautiful theater. They're going to tear that down. They're re-permitting. They're going to tear it down and build housing, like apartments. So that's probably going to be a rental, like a REIT. They're going to have it part of their portfolio where obviously they're in the business of renting space out, if it's commercial, retail, but also residential. So it looks like they're going to build, I think it's 340 units right there, 365 multifamily residential units. So I would imagine these are going to be rentals, not actual for sale. But again, change of face for that community or that section of Coconut Point, which is literally just down Fashion Drive from here. That's it. Have a great day, guys. Have any questions, any information you need to make a purchase here in Southwest Florida, give us a call. Our number will be rolling at the bottom of this at some point. Have a great day.